The super fight is a done deal. They finally put pen to paper. And we're finally finna get what we want in the fight game, okay? Errol Spence, Bud Crawford.
Yep.
Was it July
29th. July 29th.
29th?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So the fight game is finally giving us what we want. Okay.
For
You know,
once.
for once. Okay. You can say for once. All right. But this is some we've been waiting on, America. Okay. I've been waiting to bring you this segment. Okay. I got two of my brothers on here with me, Jason Clay. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all see him on here. A lot of y'all real ones that are new to the channel, maybe haven't seen my brother Clay on here before. You know what I'm talking about? But he's a fight game aficionado as well. Y'all know my brother Tim G. Jacob, the honorable one. You know how he get down. He's a fight game aficionado as well. Okay, so it's early. Okay, fight camp really ain't even got into it for real. But I want to know how y'all feel about it. Who you think gonna be the one who comes out on top? So let's talk about it. But before we do, I want to remind y'all this is the realest, most entertaining sports show in the game. Put it on something. Make sure you put all your people on it. Hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing to hit that button. You understand that? All right. Go ahead and do that for us. In this one, Clay, I'll start with you.
I ain't trusting this shit to these niggas step in the ring, man. I ain't trusting it, man. Look, we done seen this before, man. We done seen it. Yeah, they talking about this, and the third, but anything can happen, man. Somebody can say they got hurt in camp, this, and the third, man. I'm excited for it, but I ain't trusting it right now. Yeah, they talking this and the third, so I don't want my heart to get hurt again, man. It got hurt last time
So
when
you
I.
don't even hold on. So you don't think the fight gonna happen?
It got hurt last time, man. I thought it was gonna happen too. Again, they were talking all this. Yeah, we did this and third. Yeah, they saying they signed this and third. I'm just saying, I don't trust it, man. It was too much that went on with the last fight. I can't let my spirit get down again and expect this to happen again, and then all of a sudden something stupid happen, man. Like I can't do it, man. But I'm gonna say this: like, if the fight do happen, which I do hope it does. I got Errol, man. I'm just being real, man. Like I got Errol, and the reason why is because, man, to me, the person who been doing the fugazi and stuff is Bud, man. Like I like Bud. I'm just giving you a forefront. I like Bud, man. He got that dog in him. Well, I thought, but to me, he looked like he got that dog. He not scary. You know what I'm saying? Like if when it come down to like I'm finna, handle the business. I'm thinking Bud was dead until like this Avenage and this David Appleseed, David Ambulance, David whatever you want to call the fight happened, man. Like I thought it was gonna happen. Then that thing, he went out the back door. Then he talking about, man, the money one, this and the third, man. Bud, you not the A side, bro. You the B side, clearly, man. Errol got most of the belts. He the star power. Like, I mean, we just want to put up pay-per-view numbers, man. Eric got the number 3-1 to you, man. So it's like, what leg you got to stand on besides people just saying, like, most of the, I ain't say most, I'm gonna say some of the greats saying that you just gonna win. You not generating the money like that. We just saying your David Avenesian fight flop. I don't see how they giving you 10 million when the fight ain't even make 3 to me. But it's like, all right. You don't have no leg to stand on, and then you jumping back and forth because, bro, you just really want the money, man. You at the end of your career. You trying to get this big payday, man. You ain't trying to get, like, you thinking in your head that you worth more than what you generate. Them folks, when they sign them fights, they not paying you to because what you want. That's how you was getting out of them deals at Top Rank. Top Rank was overpaying you. That's why, you know what I'm saying? They paying you too much and they
Aaron
weren't
was
recouping.
overpaying somebody? Oh, Lord.
Yeah, he was overpaying
That
that
ain't
man.
possible.
He was overpaying.
That
He was
ain't
overpaying
possible.
him. It went.
That ain't
I ain't gonna
possible.
say he was greatly overpaying him, but come on now. If you giving Bud guarantees now to TJ, we know Bud is a guaranteed guy, right? If you giving Bud a guaranteed thing and then he don't make it at the venue and at the gate, what you doing? You overpaying. So I'm
But top
saying
rank,
like to
what top rank ain't doing nothing. You see what you talking about is 2 guys, but you really talking about 2 promotions. That's what you're talking about. Okay.
well,
Errol
I
has
ain't so
the better promotional group. You know that.
He know we know that, but Bud know that too. But why he ain't signing when they trying to give him the same
Okay,
thing
well,
that they trying to give him?
Well, what changed? What changed between then and now?
They probably overpaying him because Errol pushing it. You know, PBC ain't trying to pay Bud what he want. They businessmen. They like, look, man, we looking at dollars and cents. But I think what they ain't want to do business with Bud. But Errol pushing.
Is that what we saying?
They not trying to pay. They not trying to pay Bud what he want. They not trying to pay Bud what he want. But Errol is pushing this because, like I said, Errol said, I ain't taking no fight. Your boy Thurman, why he ain't fight Thurman? Why? Because he want this Bud fight. The Thurman fight sitting right there. You know both of them gonna make killer money. You know PBC won't him to fight Thurman.
You only gonna make killer money with that fight because Spence is fighting probably. Ain't nobody trying to see Keith Thurman. Ain't nobody talking about Keith Thurman in 3 years.
So Thurman ain't.
The last time I've seen Keith Thurman, he was sitting on a set talking about the fight game. Mm-hmm. He ain't nice like that. So
you telling me that Thurman don't generate more money than Bud?
Absolutely
Come on now.
Absolutely not. What is it about Keith Thurman that will draw you in and say, I'm gonna watch Keith Thurman fight?
Thurman? Because Thurman know how to sell fights. Thurman know how to sell fights.
For the last 2 years.
He's knocking them out, but he ain't breaking over 100,000 in pay-per-view. So what he doing wrong?
With Top Rank and ESPN. His fights are going to show up there. The ESPN pay-per-views, the ESPN Plus. He's with Top Rank. He left Top Rank.
ESPN, all right, so ESPN 3, right? They built that off Bud back, right?
ESPN Plus.
Plus, right? They built it off his back, right? Why he saying that the reason why he ain't getting no sales is off of ESPN Plus because people ain't logging into ESPN Plus. They built that for you. They making money off of it, but you saying that they ain't generate. He blamed that on that, right? You see what I'm saying? But like we can do the numbers, TJ. Like I ain't trying to pull up the number because you know the numbers. You a boxing dude, you know the number. Man, Bud ain't cracked over probably like 100,000 in any fight.
No numbers. It ain't gonna be no numbers unless you're a true boxing fan. It's different to me. It's just different. The whole PBC thing and the Top Rank thing is just different. Aram ain't trying to put out a whole bunch of money to sell no fight anyway. Do you see that when Crawford was under his belt? Do you see that?
Crawford?
No,
Crawford was a free agent.
Crawford's fighting. I'm talking about when he fought Porter. I'm talking about when
we
he
can do all that. Yeah. Okay.
Aram ain't trying to spend no money.
Okay.
And he was tied under a terrible deal. Let's just call it what it is. Crawford had a terrible ass deal with Top Rank.
How was it terrible when he getting guarantees?
If he was a PBC guy, he had to keep him. He was the only shining jewel he had, probably. Aram
so
did.
Why he ain't signed? So why Bud ain't signed with PBC? If he see people getting money, you see, look. You see, Bud, look. You saying Aram said, hey man, they overpaying people at the PBC. Same thing with Oscar De La Hoya. They overpaying these guys, man. They giving them too much money because PBC got the formula. Now, Bud smart. Why won't you sign with PBC? Why you saying PBC trying to jerk you?
Hey man, I can't answer that. All I know is this:
I can.
He has a better promotion. Crawford doesn't. But we getting the
so
fight.
While he, all right, yeah, I'm just leading up to it. I'm saying ain't did the same thing. Look, I'm just saying that as far as like making the fight, I'm saying Bud is overpricing himself, but he using it as a ploy. All right, why he ain't make the fight with Manny Pacquiao? They ain't had the money, right?
Who didn't have the money?
That's what he said. Then Bo Mac and Bud say, man, Pacquiao ain't had the money. They couldn't pay us what we wanted to get paid, right? Ain't that what he said?
I've seen something like that, but I don't know.
All right. So I'm just going by what Bud said.
That probably was good for Pacquiao's career.
Well, I ain't here to debate about whether he's gonna win or not. I'm just saying
Pacquiao might not even want to take that fight.
That cool, but Pacquiao signed a part of it. Bud didn't talk about money. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying a pattern when it comes to people who can whoop Bud. Cause let's just be real. Let's just be real.
Now, though. What about the fight now? What's gonna happen now?
Man, Errol gonna whoop the boy.
The money's there.
I gotta give a backstory to tell you why I think Errol is, because people gonna go by blah 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 this and the third. I'm giving
Clay. You can
talk about I'm saying, but
you can talk about all that other stuff. But money ain't got nothing to do with
but competition does, right? Now who been
well,
fighting
explain
the
to me
better
this.
competition? Exactly. You know who been fighting the
Okay,
better competition? Who?
So Ugas is over there. He got dropped. He
He
should have
beat
lost to
Bud
Porter, in
twice.
my opinion. He should have
He
lost to
beat
Porter, in
Bud
my
twice in
opinion.
amateurs.
In amateurs? We going back that
It don't
far?
matter. It
Are we
don't
going
matter.
back that
Why?
far? Are we
Why
really going back
Bud?
that far?
Look.
Hey, people out
When
there, remember,
Check this out. Check this
we
out.
don't
All
go
right,
back
we
that
ain't got to
far.
go back that
Okay.
far. But he called Bud out and said, "I want to fight you, Bud." What Bud
Who?
said?
Who?
Who guys? He called Bud out. Said, "I want to fight you." What Bud do?
Okay.
Call him out.
Okay.
Exactly.
I
This is
don't
what
know
I'm
about, I don't
saying,
know about
TJ.
all that. I don't know about all
I
that,
do.
but this is what I do know. The fight is now. Your boy, you say your boy gonna do something. I say my guy's gonna do something. And here's
I'm
why.
finna break it down. Yeah, you can go.
No, we don't need to break it down. We don't need to break it down. We got a lot of other work to do. Let's just put it to you like this. Spence ain't fought a guy like this. The two guys that they
Bud
have
fought a guy like Spence.
Listen to me. There were two guys that these two fighters have fought. Brooke and Porter.
We ain't gonna do that, TJ.
No, we
Don't do that.
I'm just
Nah,
making
we ain't gonna do that, TJ. But I'll let you go.
Your guy struggled with Porter. I watched that fight. 116, 111 in Spence's favor was a travesty. 2 cards said that.
Okay.
Travesty. And you know it.
What?
Okay. So here it is. We got to fight. Crawford say he gonna fry this fish. They call Spence big fish. All I'm saying is this. Crawford's got something different he's gonna bring to the table. He's got power that he's carried with him. He's got power that he has carried with him from lower weights to now. He's carried his power along with it. Now, Spence has two lesser years. He's 2 years younger than him or something like that, 3. But at the end of the day, the fight is now. We can talk about money. We can talk about A side, B side. We can talk about.
I ain't got to talk about money. I'm just going off the history.
This is the fight we wanted to see. Crawford's gonna win it. I won't say he knock him out. I'll say decision. But Spence got to come with some shit because he's dealing with the wrong guy.
Now I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna break that down. I'm gonna break that down and tell you how. I'm gonna tell you how that all it is. Yeah. Let's go from the history of what he's doing. But before he went up to 47, the best competition that he had fought at that point was Julius and Dongo, right or wrong.
Okay, probably.
Julius and Dongo. Don't nobody know who Julius and Dongo is because he a bum. Come on, like, let's keep it real. Real. Don't nobody know, and don't nobody know who he was. But like I said, besides that, he fought the boy that moved up from featherweight. I forgot his name. You know what I'm talking about, that sign with I hate when I forget people's names. But before then, the best thing he had on his resume was Julius and Dongo. Okay. Right or wrong. All right. So when he moved up to 47, did you know that he could have been Errol Spence mandatory? Why he ain't do it then? He wanted to go and do because he was the super champ, had all the belts, right? So when he moved right up, he could have did the IBF, the WBC, anyone that he wanted to do, right? He chose Crawford. When he moved up to 47, he had all the belts. He had a choice of where he could have been a mandatory to anybody who had a belt at that time. Spence had the IBF. What McCauley had the WBC, but WBC with Horn. He chose Horn. Bomac said out his own mouth that he choosing the easy route. I'm showing you a history of what Bud does is he been strategically fighting the lesser competition. Bud fought Jeff Horn, he fought a Wash Porter, and he fought a Kell Brook that retired a fight after that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm saying that Errol Spence, when he took all the belts that Errol Spence got, he taking them from champs at the top. Kell Brook was at the top. When Bud fought him, Kell Brook already had a broken orbital from Triple G, and he got his other one broke from Errol Spence. Now you fighting a dude that ain't even got a real trainer. He getting a social media guy to be his trainer, and you fighting Bud. Like, you remember when Pacquiao was coming back and fighting all Mayweather leftovers. So I'm looking at it like when Sean Porter is fighting him, Sean Porter dad out his own mouth said that Sean Porter was not focused. I watched the training camps when they fought. That man was like, man, look, you finna get worked in there because you don't got that same fire that you had with Errol Spence. And the reason why Sean Porter fought harder for Errol Spence is because Sean Kenny Porter liked Errol Spence because he trained him when he was in the amateurs and he went to the Olympics. He telling Sean Porter that, look, this dude a better fighter. So Sean getting fired up. The man went through 3 or 4 training camps against Errol to get up to that fight. You know, don't nobody do no 4 training camps for no one fighter. He did that for Errol. That's why it was closer. And Errol wanted to bang with him. He could have outboxed Porter and did easy work. But what he did was he wanted to show people that, look, man, Porter, I consider that. And when he was partying, this man was partying, doing fat camps, and fought Porter fight and still beat him. Porter wasn't even focused when he fought.
That's not his. That's not Crawford's problem. That's not Crawford's problem.
But I'm going back. But I ain't saying that the problem. But you can't use that Porter when he fought Bud compared to when he fought Mamakai.
I don't disagree.
You just did it though.
My problem. That's not
the
my
second
problem.
fight. I
said those are 2 guys that they fought. Now it ain't my problem if them 2 guys ain't on their shit. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm saying that when Bud is fighting the competition, man, let's just be real. At 47, Bud competition ain't nowhere near. Come on, man. This man is fighting Amir Khan, Mean Machine, who dropped that man, but they want to call it a slip. Mean Machine, Amir Khan, washed up Porter, washed up Brook. The man just fought Albanese, who don't nobody know, compared to this man fighting Danny Swift. This man fighting Porter on top when he got a belt. Kell Brook on top when he got a belt. Ugas on top when he got a belt. He taking belts. And we sit up there talking about Bud, what Bud bringing. I'm saying anybody, I can look like Michael Jordan against 7th graders. But when I get up to somebody who my age, I'm playing D1, all them little moves not gonna work no more. We know when Bud ain't no real switch guy. Bud start off in orthodox because he know these dudes is bums, and when they start touching them up, he switched to southpaw. And when he switched to southpaw, he lose all defensive responsibility. And you know that. That's why Mean Machine dropped him. That's why everybody else touch him up. And then the thing that I say was, if Bud do this Bud shot a win. If he stayed out, sit back and outbox. But you know Bud don't do that when Bud get. No, you want to know why? He can, but you want to know why would mess it up? When he get hit and clipped, he want to stand and get that lick back. And you know I ain't lying. When he stick that tongue out, when he get touched, they stick that little tongue out, and he want to sit and fight. That you do that to Errol, you gonna get destroyed. Who the better infighter, Errol or him? Let's be real.
I mean, it could be either way. I feel like
come on, TJ. TJ, when TJ. But so Bud a better infighter than Errol.
He's gonna come in the ring bigger. In my belief, he's gonna come in the ring bigger anyway.
He the bigger guy.
So
I'm just saying, who the better infighter, Errol or Bud?
That's a wash to me.
Come on, TJ, really, we got to be real, man. We talking about the guy who done broke 3 people eye sockets. Black Mayweather eye up, man. Come on, man. You look, TJ. Look, Wells. You know Mayweather, right? You know Mayweather probably the best defensive fighter ever. Guess who blacked that eye up in training camp? When have you ever heard somebody blacking somebody that level up eye up? That's what Errol did when he was a puppy.
That's training camp.
Don't matter. That's worse.
I mean, that's training camp.
You got full of gloves and you get your eye black.
Worse. It's training camp.
I'm saying that Bud fight in that medium range. He like to fight in that medium range, do them check hooks, and use his length. But Errol is
he can use his length. I agree.
Yeah, but Errol he ain't use that length against Mean Machine when he got dropped. He ain't use that length against Benavidez when Benavidez was working him.
Did he win these fights?
Who the better fighter though?
To me, it's Crawford.
Like no, I'm saying when you saying Crawford ain't never, when you saying Errol ain't never fought nobody as Crawford. Crawford ain't fought nowhere near the level of competition or the fighter.
I don't disagree with that. I'm telling you, I don't disagree with that.
Like we put it on levels. Errol been fighting A+ fighters. Been fighting at best B and C level fighters. So when it come down to it, like when you get in that fire, but when Errol coming off them car accidents and he get in the ring with Danny Swift Garcia, when he get in the ring
Garcia on the
I'm saying,
side, right?
Who? Garcia just whooped up on the dude that Bud fought. He just whooped up on Benavidez. So let's not act like Garcia just a bomb all of a sudden. We ain't gonna do that now, T-Mac.
He ain't
Come
like
on
that
now.
no more. He ain't like that no more. Just like you tried to prop Thurman up on a pedestal, and he ain't like
Was he
that.
like? Was he like that when he had his knee shot up and had to fight Bud and fighting on one leg? Was he like that then? See, that's what I'm saying, man. We got to be real with Bud competition. Bud ain't fighting no competition.
Can we get the
like
fight
that.
on the 29th? Can we please?
I want
get
it.
that?
I want it. And look,
right.
Errol gonna go in, pressure cook him, and when he start touching him up, if Bud stand and fight with him, he getting dropped in the 7th. And I booked it.
He might in the 7th.
In the 7th, he getting dropped.
I'm glad you booked that. I'm glad you booked.
He getting dropped 7th.
All right, America, y'all heard that now. All right, Clay is on record. He said Bud is getting dropped in the 7th round. He said book it. Okay,
book it.
He said book it. Tell you what you calling? Way too early.
Decision. I said decision.
Okay, decision. It's split or unanimous decision?
It'll be split because it's gonna be Vegas.
So you think it'd be controversial then?
Vegas gonna cap.
Okay. All right, man. From a technical standpoint, then what should we be looking at from these two guys from a technical standpoint in terms of the fight bag that they bringing into that ring that night? Okay.
Yeah, well, to me, I feel like Errol the more technically sound boxer. Like Bud, he more slicker, you know what I'm saying? He catch you with punches that you really don't see, you know what I'm saying? He kind of can figure you out a little bit more, you know, that's his kind of thing. That's why people say he start slow, but he really just, you know, figuring out like which way to attack you and how to set you up in traps. But he really more so like to work at that mid range. Errol, to me, like I said, he more all around to me when it comes from between him and Bud. He more technically sound. He got that piston-like jab. Like his jab ain't there to just score points. His jab, like it's a Sonny Liston / Lennox Lewis type of jab where he can use it multiple ways. He can fill you out. He can score with it. He can really hurt you with that jab. He can throw you off your rhythm. You know, that jab is like outside of Devin Haney, to me, like him and Devin Haney got the two best with the jab to me in the game right now. But like I said, he got that jab that he constantly work you on and set you up with. His punch count and endurance is hellish. Like I said, he gonna 9 times out of 10, he gonna double your punch count, no matter who it is. And that's how he kind of break people down when he go into the inside. Now he can break you down on the inside, which we already know. That's what people mostly know him about what he's doing. But also, like I said, he can sit back and outbox you. That's why he went to the Olympics and whatnot. Everybody can't go to the Olympics. You got to have kind of skills. They ain't looking at knockouts and this and the third when you go to the Olympics. They looking at scoring. So he has, like I said, everybody can vouch for him about how he washed everybody when it came to the Olympics. When it came to like fighting within count. But like I said, he got the technical skills. He's super sound when it comes to technical skills, but he got that dog in him to where he can walk you down and punish you. And people just see the punishing part. But the people that actually spar with him or that seen him really fighting this and the third, they know that like he can beat you anyway. So that's why they kind of lean into Bud, because they see him like, okay, he can work you off the back foot. He can get you in the mid range. He can set you up with traps. But like I said, they give it more so to Bud when it comes to that. But I'm just saying, like when it comes to like Bud has to sit and bite down and fight Errol. He never fought nobody as tough in that infighting as Errol. Like Errol will touch you up and all his punches coming with the same power. It ain't no pity pat when you get in there with him. He coming, them thumpers gonna come from round 1 to the end of the fight. All of them gonna come with the same power. And Bud ain't seen that before. He's seeing people that, you know what I'm saying, that they fade over time. Some of them don't got the best of chin. Errol got a hellacious chin. We just seen when Porter was throwing haymakers. I ain't gonna say Bundu, but the guy before Bundu that he fought hit him with a clean shot. Garcia, who we know was knocking folks out, hit him with a clean shot with that overhand. He took that. We just seen when Ugas caught him when Errol was looking down at his mouthpiece to see if his chief of mouthpiece was knocked out. He caught him with a shot that he didn't even see, and it was a flush shot. And he ain't clinch, he ain't clutch, he ain't do none of that. So we know the boy got a chin. Even the guy, I hate when I forget them fighters on the tip of my name, but I get back to it, but he done caught clean shots. We know Errol got the better chin between them. So I'm saying he got the technical skills better. He the bigger fighter. He gonna come in bigger. He like I said, he gonna have the more endurance, the pace when it comes to punching. He got the like I said, he gonna have he gonna press the issue. He know how to cut the rings off. If you want to try to sit back and kind of go on your back foot, he know how to cut the ring off. He got the better jab. It's just too much for me to see. And then he fighting a better competition. Like that competition gonna prepare you for when it comes to them fights. Like none of these fights that Bud is fighting gonna prepare him for that fight. But if you fighting the competition that Errol has fought, every time he fought, it's like he's not fighting a dude that he like hands down better than. We can say that, but he fighting dudes. These are the elite, the top of the divisions that he fight. Bud ain't fighting the top of the division when he doing that. And I feel like to me, that's what kind of get him an edge, because it's like, okay, it's a difference between you got good sparring partners compared to, speaking of that too, he fighting with a Charlo. He fighting Mel Charlo sparring in this and the third. Mel undisputed. So that's why I'm saying, like, to me, he getting the better work. He fighting the better competition. He the better technical fighter. He a bigger fighter, which, like I said, it play a huge role when you can hydrate back up like that. Like, to me, that's why I'm saying that. And then he gonna push the pace, and he coming with them blows from round one. Bud ain't fought nobody like that. So that's what I'm saying. When Bud get in there and he start getting touched up, what Bud gonna do? Is he gonna sit and stand? If he sit and stand, you know it's gonna be trouble. He ain't gonna do that. Or if he start slow, try to download, and he don't win them early rounds, he gonna have to sit and stand. To me, the only way Bud can win this fight is if he fight on the outside or mid range. If he's starting off slow, that's gonna be a tough challenge for you to give up them early rounds. And then if Bud, like, he got to break his habit of when he get punched early, when somebody get flush shots on him, Bud, he a dog. I like this about him. He not gonna sit back and be like, oh yeah, he caught me like that. No, he gonna try to immediately come back and try to get that lick back. And see, that get you in trouble. It done got him in trouble before. But this the wrong guy to get in trouble with like that, because this is not no BNC level fighter that he fighting. So it's just too much that I done seen from Bud historically that I ain't seen with Errol historically for me to just give Bud the nod like that. Like, nah, like, when do we ever, like, the dude who took the toughest road, the better competition, the bigger fighter, the stronger fighter, when do we just get this to somebody just because they got a better record? Both of them undefeated. It's just the Bud older. That's all I'm saying. Like, the Bud older and people like him better. I guess this is the underdog thing. I don't know. But I'm saying when they get in that work, when that ring, Errol done fought the tougher competition. And that count when you got to fight. We just seen it with Boots. Boots wasn't really fighting the best of the best because people weren't getting in there. Then he finally got in there with somebody who know how to box, and he looked sly up in there. We thought he was going to get Buddy up out of there. But because he hasn't fought that level of competition to where it's going to make you think and make you adjust like that, he ain't looked too well. And that's what I feel like that's going to hurt Bud. Bud taking all these soft touches, going to hurt Bud in the end. You can go ahead and go, TJ, but that's how I feel about it.
So here's what I see this fight going down to. First of all, it's in the wrong place in the country because it's in Vegas. And I don't trust none of the judges. So that's rude. That's first thing. Okay. And to be honest with you, I think Spence has more in it. He's the champ. He's the guy holding more straps. So it's going to be in his favor, no doubt. Crawford has got to win rounds decisively. We saw that just last week with the Lomachenko-Haney fight. You got to win rounds decisively. So, but what I see is Crawford putting on his best, his smartest fight. I see a guy that can maneuver. I think he's going to be more disciplined than he has ever been. I think some of it is for show when he's fighting. I think a lot of it is him just being lackadaisical. And again, yes, he is fighting one of the most technical fighters in the game. I'm not sitting there saying that this dude is slow, Spence. I just feel like Crawford can muddy things up, make Spence have to figure some other things out. That it ain't just gonna always be coming directly. It may come from a different angle. It may be some different things that Crawford can do that I haven't seen other guys present. So that's my whole argument with this fight, is that Crawford can deliver something that I don't think he's seen with other guys. Plus, again, we know Crawford loves to bang. Like you said, he likes to go, you touch him up, he likes to come back with something. He one of them lick back boys, and that's fine. That's cool. But he got to understand that. He got to know the line in front of him. But I personally think the fight is going to be one of those fights that he's going to have to punch. Crawford's going to have to, you're going to have to throw punches. He can't sit there and hold his hands and then think, well, I can just get him with one. Not going to work. Not going to work. He's got to be delivering punches, getting shots in. Punch counts got to go up. Punches landed got to be up. Because if it's not, then he's going to lose. But I do think that Crawford has the skill set to win this fight because of just the things that he can bring to the table that are just not like the other guys that Spence fought.
Like I said, I agree with that. That's what I'm saying. Like when people say it's a 50-50 fight, you know, some people like, man, you tripping, man. He gonna get washed. Nah, Bud, not no slouch. Now, this me. I just like, it's like, you know, like I put it like this. Like I like cheesecake and I like a good caramel cake, right? I like both of them, but I just like the caramel cake just a little bit better than the cheesecake. They ain't saying that the cheesecake bad, but I like the caramel cake just a little bit better. And I'm just saying for me,
like you just called a 7-round knockout for it now.
I mean, he gonna get knocked out. From what I'm saying, like from like the lack of competition, him not being the bigger fighter, Errol being more technically sound.
That ain't no caramel cake and no cheesecake.
I'm saying like I'm saying outside. Clearly, these two guys outside of Boots, because I think when Boots gets some experience behind him, he's gonna be better than both of them. Like to me, because Boots really a switch fighter. Like Bud like to switch when he get in trouble, but Boots switch naturally. Like he'll be in the middle of doing something, he'll just automatically switch just by off of what he's seeing without even thinking. But I'm just saying Boots don't got the experience. But to me, I'm just saying like between the two. Yeah, Jerron Ennis. Like Jerron Ennis, I feel like he's gonna be better than both of them. But like I'm saying right now, as far as like in these lower weight classes, I mean Canelo, he be weight draining doing this in the third. But to me, Errol and Bud are the two best in these lower weight classes. I mean, we can talk about like Haney and all them and Tank and Shakur and all them. But to me, I'm just saying like out of the like as far as like who I'm put my money on, it's gonna be Bud and Errol. So I'm not saying that if Errol go around there and start bullshitting, he will get Bud can't get him up out of there. But I'm just saying it's just been too much to like the ducking and dodging that Bud are doing, like the little story, like Errol been quiet. Bud want to paint pictures about Errol doing this, and the third. It's like it's too much that's been going on. Errol is focused. Bud still laughing because he gonna get that payday. Errol is focused. You see what I'm saying? So I just feel like both of them can get each other out there like that. I'm just saying like the focus to me, Errol, I think a little bit more focused, and the stuff that I named earlier that he just got the advantage on is like that weight gonna be a mug. Like Bud ain't gonna walk in that ring 15, 20 more pounds heavier than what he is. That's why he been stalling out to get bigger for that division. He trying to acclimate his body to get in that division because he the one that moved up multiple weight classes. Errol is killing himself to stay in that lower weight class. Errol really the one that's losing the most weight. So I just feel like Bud not gonna walk up in there like 10, 15 pounds heavier than what he gonna be. He probably gonna be a couple of more pounds heavier, but Errol gonna walk in there significantly heavier than what they weigh in. And it's just like I said, if Bud go in there trying to be slow, like TJ said, if he come in there slow, not throwing them not throwing the output out the same, because Errol gonna throw down 100 punches around. You see what I'm saying? He gonna throw them punches like that. You see what I'm saying? Like if Bud don't go in there and match that, he gonna beat that boy up. So that's why I feel like he gonna beat him up. That's why I'm calling that knockout like that, because Bud can't play around with Errol like he play around with all them inferior boxers that he done fought before. So that's why I'm calling the knockout. Now, if this has been anybody else, I think Bud. I say Bud to win. Like all them other fights that Bud did, I never said Bud gonna lose because I know his skills. But Bud facing a different dog this time. He facing the best. Both of them, like I said, both of them been in that division almost around the same time. Why Errol got them belts and Bud don't? You can't just keep saying everybody ducking you. So you mean to tell me they ain't ducking the guy who taking the belts, but they
All right,
ducking the
now
other guy?
I will reveal this now to the viewer, and let me pull y'all code on this. As of right now, okay. Well, this is as of May 24th at least. This is the last time this was updated. This is ESPN's pound for pound ranking. All right, they got Bud at number 1, and they got Errol down at 4. Now they do list some of the individual writers who voted. I'll just mention the notable guys that they got up here. Teddy Atlas had Bud at 1. He got Spence at 5. Joe Tessitore actually got Bud at 2 and Spence at 5.
Hello.
Ward got Bud at 1, Spence at 2. Okay.
Ward keeping it gangster.
Ward's the only fighter that's talking.
Bradley got Bud at 2 and Spence at 6.
Bradley, that's it, boy. See, I don't like no pound for pound because it's like
notable name on here. Okay.
I don't like that pound for pound because it's like in all of them, they ain't even got Charlo up there.
Charlo got 1 vote, period, in this.
You see what I'm saying?
He got 1. They revealed that. Okay. The folks who on the outside looking in were Tank Davis got 35 votes. Lomachenko got 3 votes. And Jermell Charlo only got 1 vote from somebody on here. I had to go see who they were.
And he done had the harder, like, that's why I'm saying, like, them pound for pound, they cool. Like, if Bud was fighting top level competition, then I can give him it. But man, that man ain't fought nobody for me to just be saying that he's still number 1 and stuff like man, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like they living off of what Bud did in them lower weight classes. They not looking at, okay, what have you done recently in the past 4 years? What have you done? You ain't beat the last champion you beat was Horn. And we know Horn, man, come on. Like TJ, you thought Horn beat Pacquiao?
No, of course not. No, I watched that fight. No.
And this, but this, like you want to say it, this is best win outside of trying to think. Porter, like Sean Porter, outside of Porter, this Horn is best win at 47.
All right, well, you tell me about this now, because again, I studied the heavyweight, so y'all gonna know more about this. Benavidez was 27-0 when he TKO'd.
Benavidez, he a good boxer, but Benavidez got shot in the leg, like in his knee, and you know it tore his knee up. Like when he went in, he was basically fighting on one leg. To be honest, that's real now. Like I said, but
you mentioned that earlier. Okay. All right, Amir Khan. I caught the Amir Khan.
We know that Glad Chin. We know Glad Chin Khan. The credit I give him the credit on Sean Porter, but even though it was a less, like, to me, Sean Porter got up more for that Spence fight because Kenny Porter loves Errol Spence. You like wait, just like this. Like, let's just say, you know, I ain't never met my dad before, but I'm just saying, like, if my dad is my right hand man, and you hooping, right, your dad is saying, hey man, I'm just put like that. My dad is saying, hey man, that boy Wells, he colder than you on the court, man. I like Wells. I see you, Wells. What I'm gonna try to do to you every time. I'm finna dog you on that court just to show my dad, man, you tripping. I'm your son. You tripping. And that's what Porter did. And then, like, when Porter fought, and I give him credit though, once you get in that ring, it ain't no excuses. But I'm saying, to me, Porter was more focused because he don't like Errol, bro. It's just like that daddy stuff. His daddy even like Kenny Porter, like, man, Errol gonna beat Crawford. His daddy ride with Errol, even over his son. So it's like, man, Sean had a bigger chip on his shoulder to fight Errol. than he
Sean,
did.
I should have just got rid of his dad after the Spence
Yeah,
fight.
he should have. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I
Right.
give him credit though
Hey, I
because
remember
Sean was one of the top guys in that division, so I can't knock him for that. I'm just saying it's like well you it's like you Green Bay fan, right? I
I
when it's like
unfortunately
Green Bay when Green Bay won a chip compared to like when Aaron Rodgers was on them last years, and it's like, man, I don't know nothing about Green Bay this year. We still okay, we can beat folks, but we ain't the Green Bay that won the chip. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference. It's like the Patriots. The Patriots without Brady and the Patriots with Brady. It's two different teams, and that's how I look at it.
so you got this guy. Now this motherfucker's name is crazy. Kavaliauskas.
Kavalauskas.
There it is. All right. He was 21-0 coming in. He TKO'd him now.
That was just something to do.
That was just something to do.
You
So he
know
was
what I'm saying? Like TJ, I'll put it like this. TJ will be real. TJ know it ain't been number like 3 names on Bud resume that we really can say what he did.
Yeah,
Like Errol
crazy. Like
yeah, now folks don't
Kel Brook.
at the end of the career, back end of the career,
Back in, okay. All right. We talked about Sean Porter already, and you already told about this other
back
dude.
end.
All right.
Like
Now, for comparison, I'm gonna go over to Errol. All right. He TKO Ugas previously.
champion.
Okay.
Beat. Even though TJ say he don't want to use the amateurs, but beat Bud twice in the amateurs and called out Bud, and Bud never responded. Didn't want to get it licked back.
All right, Danny Garcia, unanimous decision. Okay.
Look off them car accidents. Look. Had a well, I hate that him and I think Danny even beat. I think they had a split decision in the amateurs, but I think Danny may have ducked Bud though in them lower weight class, but they never fought. But Danny had a hell of a resume in them lower weight classes. TJ, I know that. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, if you want to go down the resumes,
but just some folk would come look at this though, Clay. They would say, all right, Bud knocking motherfuckers out like 10 straight times. And it's a bunch of not a bunch of, but it's a few decisions in Errol's last 10. You got the Danny Garcia decision, the Porter split decision, the Mikey Garcia unanimous decision. Then he had a knockout streak before that. Goddamn. Okay.
And I'm explaining. You want to know why? These guys are on the hot like it's like if Errol fight like Keith Thurman now, good example because TJ, I remember TJ was rocking with Keith when he first came out like that. When he was like, man, Mayweather ducking that smoke. It's like the Keith Thurman that if you fighting a Keith Thurman now compared to like before Keith Thurman had that layoff, it's like Keith Thurman now don't look like how he would. He still got it to where he can get folks up out of there, but it ain't the same as when before Keith had them layoffs and stuff like that. Bud is fighting Keith Thurman now. Errol is fighting Keith Thurman when Keith Thurman was in his prime type. That's what I'm saying. Like if you want to compare it. So it's like you not gonna knock out folks like that when they close to your level like that as compared to if you fighting folks at the end of their career or C-level fighters. Like I can knock out folks, like I can knock out people who lower than me, way lower than me in my competition. Like TJ he ain't gonna argue with that because he know that when we talking about like when the peak performance of these fighters, he know Bud ain't fighting no peak performance. He catching people at the end of their career who still got a buzz, or people who just not really nowhere near his level. Like ain't no reason why he supposed to fight Avenesian when you got all of these top guys out there that can give you that work. Why is you fighting Avenesian?
I don't disagree with that. I guess he wanted the payday because it was $6 million. What did he get 3 or 6 for that fight?
They said 10. I don't think he got 10 though. I know he probably I don't know. I don't want to hate on him or nothing like that. I heard people say he got 1.5, but I give it to him like probably 5. He may have got 5. He ain't get no 10 though. But it's like, but how you make 10 million off of Avenesian when I guarantee you, TJ and Wells, y'all watch boxing. Me too. Ain't none of y'all knew nothing about me either. Ain't know nothing about no Avenesian, bro. Y'all know that. So it's like I can knock out like Errol. If Errol fought that same level of competition, he'll knock him out too. But he is fighting top level people. Like this is what I'm saying. Garcia, elite boxer. Porter got a belt. He got to go take Porter belt, and he got a rivalry against him. So that Kell Brook, he got to go over there to England.
I think that's the one folks gonna point to then, because that's the only common opponent I see right
now.
here.
They fought Kell. Both of them fought Kell too. They both fought Kell Brook.
I'm talking about in the last few
recently.
fights,
okay,
like 5 fights or so. But and so let's go to Kell Brook. All right, so Spence knocked Kell Brook out.
Yeah, Brook
they broke his eye, broke his orbital bone,
and Bud TKO'd him. Okay,
Bud them got him out there too. It just did, like I said, it to me. I'm looking at it like when Errol fought this man, Brook was the name in the division at that time. Like, wasn't nobody. This before Thurman. This before he was the name during that time. That was what Errol first belt, right? So it was like he was the name at that time. Yeah, that was Errol first belt. So it was Brook was the guy in that division.
Brook fought him. Excuse me. Spence fought him in 2017, and Bud Crawford fought Brook in 2020.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, but it's like, you remember when Pacquiao fought, like I don't like to use that comparison, but like when Mayweather fought De La Hoya, even though De La Hoya still was kind of like he started the decline, right? But he was all the way out of there when he fought Pacquiao. And you see how Pacquiao destroyed him, right? You see what I'm saying?
But you also got to remember too now with Kell Brook, he fought Triple G before he fought Spence and moved up.
And broke it. Yeah, and tore it orbital up.
Moved up in weight. He fought in middleweight in that fight
and got work.
It's super. Yeah. Then turned around and fought Errol and lost all his jewels. 9 months.
I don't like using it. See, I don't like really using that one because Triple G broke his orbital bone. So it's like, Errol, you did have to fight somebody who orbital bone was broke. But like, all right, now, Bud, you fighting him when he broke both his orbital bones. See what I'm saying? So I don't like using both of them. Like, I throw that one away because Errol.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Kell Brook, you put one eye on the line, and then you get the other one rocked because you can't see out of but one. That don't make no sense. Kell Brook put himself at major risk those 2 fights.
They were talking
the lucky fight. He should have took some time, got
and chill.
But he went right to Errol, and that was not a good idea.
Not a good idea. And so, like, even though, cause like Brook got that jab too. You know what I'm saying? He was swelling both them boys up before both of them boys got him up out of that fight. He got a jab now, but I don't like comparing them like that because it's like, all right, like Bud fighting these dudes when like it's a difference when a dude got a belt and he got to maintain that belt when the wolves on your neck. Like, you got to train to be like, I got to keep this belt, as opposed to like, all right, the belt gone. I'm really just getting checks at this point. It's a difference between that. Like with Porter was podcasting, man. At that point, he had 1 foot out the ring. So that's why I was like, I don't like using it. What I like using is, okay, if Bud would have got in there and whooped up on Pacquiao when he first supposed to got him, the first deal, if he started whooping up on people, he ain't had to be common people, just high level competition. If he'd have been doing that, then I can be like, well, now I know Errol was fighting this, but Bud was fighting this. But Bud fighting leftovers and C-level fighters. And it's like, I can't, it's like, for me, iron sharpen iron. You see what I'm saying? Errol is fighting iron. He's sharpening his skill set fighting the higher level competition.
We'll see. I mean, we got July 29th coming.
But that will make
we might
a
not
good
get
fight.
the fight according to you, so we might not even get the fight.
Man, like I said, bro,
I ain't gonna buy the fight.
I don't know the man ducked out the back door.
Till they weigh in, I ain't gonna buy the fight.
Well, I can't believe it. That's what I'm saying. I can't believe it, man. Like, and this is what I'm saying. I don't like because it gonna make me seem like I'm just hating on Bud, even though I like Bud. But it's like, man, I'm just looking at the history, man. Bud ducked out of. He ain't want to fight Porter. They had the forces on to fight Porter. He ain't want to fight Pacquiao. He ducked out of Errol and fought Avenir too many times where this man's just ducking out of fights. So it's like, I'm not going to commit to. I want to see it because these are the two best in that division. So I want to see it, but I can't believe it until they dip down and get in between them ropes and get in that ring. I can't believe it, bro. Like I ain't gonna put my faith into it until they step into that ring.
I got you.
Well, we shall see. America, y'all chime in and let us know who y'all got in the super fight. All right? Put it on something.
Thank you so much for watching my daddy's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and turn on your post notifications. Okay, how do I do it?